gang? I want to welcome you to Mixing Music Analog, and here on my YouTube channel, this is a quick gear update. I want to just update you and let you know what's going to be installed in the upcoming video that you're going to see probably in 4 or 5 days here. We have 3 more pieces of gear that are being installed this weekend, and then we're going to get ready to mix. But before we talk about the gear and I just show it to you quickly and give you this little update, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to all of you that have subscribed to the YouTube channel. There's been a ton of traffic on the YouTube channel since we started just a few short weeks ago. Lots of views on the videos, a ton of comments, and there's so many helpful people out there that have been helping me, sending me advice, sending me their recommendations. A lot of you that own consoles or who have worked in an analog hybrid workflow have sent a lot of suggestions, a lot of helpful tips, a lot of information. I just want to say thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you're reaching out and you're trying to help and you're trying to be part of this community that's really, really awesome. For the most part, people have been really, really cool with their comments. They're really here to share and to learn. I want to say thanks for your patience on the videos as far as the videos that you've seen up to this point, which have pretty much been behind the scenes, watching myself and Dave do the install, kind of, guerrilla style with not a lot of high production value as far as the videos go. But I want to assure you that once we get through the install stage and we start working here on the console and start mixing, the video and the audio quality are going to be top notch. I got a bunch of stuff in addition to the things that I've already have that I've ordered for the video piece of it. And I'm going to do a couple of videos showing you the video setup once all those things arrive. And I'm really going to try to do this in a way so it looks really great, it'll sound really great, and most importantly that it's educational to help people that are interested in analog, or people who are who own analog and want to help learn together. And the other thing I want to say thank you to is some of you already own an Origin and you've reached out to me, and we're hooking up on Zoom and we're working offline to kind of collaborate together to help each other. You guys have been great, so I thank you so much. It's been awesome. I also want to give a special shout out to my friend Dave, who you've seen in all the videos up to this point. He drives up from New York a couple hours away, it seems like every weekend now, to really help me with this install, and he's been fantastic. And Dave is certainly just as much of a part of this as I am. You're gonna see him here in the studio beyond the install videos, where he's gonna work on the desk, he's gonna mix, he's gonna create some content as well. He has a couple of really cool video ideas comparing mixes that he does in the box with Reaper to mixes that he could do here as well. So there's going to be a lot of cool content. So Dave, thanks so much, buddy. I couldn't have done this without you for sure. Having 2 people doing this has really, really been helpful. And so that's going to be pretty cool. And Dave will be here again this weekend. So again, thanks so much for all the support up till this point. Now let's talk about what's being installed this weekend in a few days when Dave comes up here. So we have 3 more pieces of gear that are going to be installed. The first piece of gear I want to show you is another patch bay. So we have another Switchcraft 64-point patch bay, which is going to be installed. A lot of you have talked about, you see the videos that I've posted so far, and most of those videos only had the original patch bay, the 96-point Switchcraft. Since that time, we've installed the second Switchcraft patch bay, and now we have a third going in. And my guess is we're going to end up with 5 of these, which is what the SSL Origin manual recommends. If you want all the ins and all the outs on the board available to you in a patch bay, you really need 5 patch bays. Because this is only really being set up to be a mixing console, not a recording console, there's really no plans to do any recording on this desk, at least not right away. I think our third patch bay is going to suffice based on the amount of hardware that we have. And because these patch bays, anyone that owns the Switchcraft D-Sub patch bay or any D-Sub patch bay, there's only a couple of manufacturers I think that make them. They can get quite expensive. They're $800 to $1,000. It's not like a little inexpensive TRS patch bay. So again, trying to build this as we go. So that's being installed this weekend. That'll give us the ability to do some more routing with some of the hardware we want to do. The second thing we're going to install as well is we have another patch bay here. Now this is a TRS patch bay. And this is an ART 48-point patch bay. And again, this is only like 130 bucks. And the reason why I purchased this was one of the crazy ideas that I had, and I was talking to Dave about this and we discussed this, was based on our current patch bay situation, I want to be able to do gear demos, hardware demos, where I could sit right where you see me now. I can have some kind of contraption where I can have a piece of gear right here, where I don't have to go over to the racks, I want to have a set of cables that come out on the side of the console, a power cable, XLR, and TRS. So we can either do a mono unit or a stereo unit. And I want to be able to hook it up right here in front of me, right on camera. Have my trusty little iPhone here to be able to set up and film the controls so you guys can see the adjustments and things. And I want to be able to sit right here and demo that. Now I want to be able to insert that hardware on a couple of the regular channels. And the reason for that is because the group channels on the Origin, they don't have an insert bypass on the console itself. If you want to insert, or you want to bypass, excuse me, a compressor or an EQ on the group channels, you actually got to go on over to the racks and hit the bypass button on the compressor if it has one. Most of them do, but that's the way it works. Whereas on the individual channels, there is an insert switch here which you could just press down, you know, put it in, take it out. So I can get a true A/B comparison, and that'll come across on the video. You guys will be able to hear the before and after or whatever gear we're using just by the tap of a button. That I think will be much more effective and a little bit more useful as far as the sound of the particular piece of gear that we'll be demoing and reviewing. And I want to be able to have it, like I said, right next to me so I don't have to move away from the camera, right here. So we decided to get another patch bay, a regular TRS patch bay where we could just patch in that gear to a couple of channels right here on the board. So that's going in as well. So that will go in this weekend. And then I'll be able to do gear demos. And I'm going to be working with my good friends over at Sweetwater to demo different pieces of hardware. I'll first start with all the hardware that's in the rack. We'll do separate videos for every one of those, and then we're going to do some other things as well. So there's going to be lots of gear demos being done here, which will be really, really fun, really cool, and hopefully really informative. And that's why I want to have this second patch bay as opposed to chewing up more of our D-sub patch bay. So that's what we got going on. The last piece of gear that we have going in is and I'm real excited about this. This was an afterthought. I said I wasn't buying any more hardware for now. We were just going to get everything set up and we're going to start mixing. But I got one more piece of gear. So what I got in this week is, hope you can see this here. This is the Black Lion Audio 1176 Blue Stripe, the Bluey, based on Chris Lord Alge's #1 Universal Audio Blue Stripe. Where I guess there were some modifications done over the years, and it sounds more unique or different than the rest of the blue stripes that he has, and this is based on that. I picked this up because we're going to patch this in right on our vocal channel. It's going to live on the lead vocal channel. I love 1176s on vocals, and we're going to do that. So that's going to go in. Now, the one thing I will say about the Bluey and the Black Lion Audio, this is about 900 bucks, I think, for this unit. The build quality on this thing is unbelievable. I mean, the switches, the dials, everything is really, really heavy duty. This thing has got a lot of heft to it, a lot of weight. And I'm comparing this to when I recently demoed on my other YouTube channel, Home Recording Made Easy. I demoed the Warm Audio WA76. That felt like a toy compared to this. Nothing against that compressor. I thought it sounded pretty good. I'm sure a lot of people out there have it, and it's a great unit. But I gotta tell you, this thing weighs twice as much. The switches are much more durable. You can just tell the quality of this piece, the quality of the switches are just far better. I don't know if it's a thicker casing, thicker aluminum. I'm not sure what they did here, but this thing feels like it's built like a tank. And so I know Black Lion Audio has a good reputation of building high quality stuff. I'm interested to try that. And again, that's going to be inserted permanently on our lead vocal down here, right around channel 20 or so. So we can check that out as well. So those 3 pieces of gear are going to be installed this weekend. And then we're going to be ready to start mixing. So that's where the new, the new videos will come, where we'll do mixing demonstrations and some live streams, and we'll be doing all of that stuff. Oh, also got I finally installed the UF8, the solid state logic UF8 here in the center section, which is really cool. We'll do a whole video on this as well. This is great because you can do everything right from here, where you really don't even need to touch the keyboard, hardly ever, or even the trackball. Everything can be done from here. Open up plugin windows, adjust parameters and that type of stuff, automation, everything. So this is a real fun piece too, and it looks really nice here in the console. So I'll do a full video on that. So there's going to be a ton of videos coming. And so once all this stuff's installed this weekend, starting next week, You may not see the video for a couple of weeks, but starting next week, we start working on mixing. I got some more workflow template stuff I want to show you. I got some other videos I'm going to show you. And then I'm going to start creating a series of videos for like a beginner's guide for the Origin. We're going to do a signal flow video, Dave and I, hopefully this weekend if we get time. We're going to walk through a channel strip. We're going to walk through every switch, every button, how everything works. So anyone that's looking for an Origin or has an Origin or someone interested in this particular console, we're going to show kind of a beginner's guide on how to do it, and it'll all be on the YouTube channel, absolutely for free. Anybody that wants it. So that is what's going on here. Oh, and last but not least, like I said, I'm going to show you how all this stuff is going to be filmed. Right now, I'm just shooting everything on one camera here, my Sony a6600 with my Sigma 16mm lens. We have a Rode shotgun mic up here out of frame, which is picking up all the audio. Hopefully it sounds okay. I got to do some adjustments of it. I have another Sony camera, another lens coming in that we're going to get a second angle of the console. So when you guys are watching the videos, you get another view other than just this view right here. And also I have a little live video switcher that's coming in so we can switch between shots and try to make the videos look good, sound good, all of that stuff. And I have fun learning about this stuff as well. So the moral of that story is the quality of the videos are going to become a lot better. Trust me. So I appreciate your patience on what you've seen up to this point. Thank you so much for watching. If you are not subscribed to this channel yet and you're watching this video, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. It really does help me a lot. And if you're someone who is new to mixing or new to recording in a home studio and you're more in the beginner stages, I have a whole nother YouTube channel that's been around for 7 years called Home Recording Made Easy. All the links will be in the description box below. You can check out that as well. And until the next time I see you guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Dave with Mixing Music Analog and mixingmusicanalog.com. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.